What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Press A Gaming. I am Wyldehigh77. Today we're playing Fallout 4. This is episode 13. We have just completed our initiation into the railroad, and we are about to go into their secret headquarters and check out what's up with that. So let's go ahead. I'll tell you, I am super excited for Fallout 76. I know June 10th is when they should give some sort of a trailer or at least a release date. Good. You talk too much.
Tinkertown's cooking up something. I hope it goes better than last time.
Desmond told me to give you this.
An extraordinary feat to recover this. But that's hardly the point. Without a lick of training, and us knowing hardly anything about you, Des has invited you to join HQ. It would have been nice if she had consulted with her second-in-command. But what's done is done. Since you're here now, we might as well put you to work.
Alright, well, I'm here to help.
What you need, Doc. One of our field agents, Old Man Stockton, needs help with the runaway synth, H222. So headquarters, as always, puts out the fires that others can't be bothered to put out themselves.
He's so nice.
That's the problem. He insists that we get our intel from a dead drop.
Sounds like an important mission.
Anything involving Stockton is important.
It is. After Switchboard, we're so short-handed I have little choice but to throw you into the deep end. The dead drop is a mailbox with a rail sign on it. It's a common means of communication for us, so keep an eye out for them. When you make contact with Stockton, he won't give you the time of day unless you give him the proper countersign. The current sign is, do you have a Geiger counter? And the counter is, mine is in the shop. Please tell me Deacon taught you that at least.
You can trust me with this. I'll get it done.
You sound rather convincing, actually. Stockton is a prominent businessman at Bunker Hill. The dead drop will be near there. Use the escape tunnel in the back to get there quicker.
But before I do, there's a whole bunch of free shit for me to take, so guess what I'm gonna do? Including an astoundingly awesome Tales magazine. Let's see here. More stim packs, purified water. Right away. I'm not here for anything. I don't care about shit about you, pal. I want your stuff. What the hell did I have? Oh, not interested.
Let me know if that changes.
Okay. I'm taking all your supplies. At least the ones that are good for me. La-di-da. I already talked to you, Glory. Desdemona.
It's not an easy road you've chosen, but you're never alone in this.
Good to know.
Sorry, Tinkertown's got me doing something.
Tinkertown's got you doing something. Good to know. At least you're not standing around doing nothing. Alright, Wonder Glue, I'll take that. I don't really need any of this shit. There's a computer here that we're not allowed to mess with. Tinkertown!
You know. Trust me. The census sweep says you're clean. Hooray! We're bug free.
Okay.
I'm relieved, actually.
Whoa. Not so fast. Okay, have you eaten anything out there? Because if you have, they got you.
Yeah, I've eaten food.
I knew it. The Institute has these tiny microscopic robots in the food, right? And they report.
Tom, that's rubbish.
You just don't get it, Carrington. The Institute is in your blood.
If true, that's terrifying.
If he had a shred of evidence for any of it. Agreed. Quite terrifying.
Okay. If you really want to be safe, let me give you a little shot. There's the moment. Says no one has to, but it will kill those little robots.
There's battery acid in that serum of yours.
You can't nuke an omelet without irradiating some eggs. You ready to shoot up?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, now you're talking.
Drugs, man. Drugs are bad, okay? Don't do drugs, kids.
Now you're encouraging him.
Hey, you get it, man. I make things around here. You go and do whatever, and come back, and I will set you up.
Appreciate it.
the help.
You and me, we will team up and kick those son of a bitches out of here. Now, I got all these ideas in my head. So building time.
Hi.
Yeah.
You need anything?
Yeah, I want to see yours.
Back to whatnot's foot.
Good job. Yeah, I got some money. What do we got? Biggest thing I'm interested in is I know he does like fiber weaved armors. But he doesn't really have a whole lot that's overly interesting this time around. I may go with the army helmet though. I mean, I'm sure I could find it out in the wild somewhere, but I don't necessarily need the ammo, but let's take a look at the weapons I use. I have blown through a lot of 10mm, so might as well pick them up. And .45s, we'll pick those up. Shotguns are fine. Do we have any fusion cells? We do. We'll go with that. You can have some money, Tom. Thank you. Alright, don't worry, that does go away over time. But for now, we are gonna stop Boston After Dark. And we are going to run... oh, wait. That's the other thing I wanted to do real quick. Autosave. Thank you. I want to go to apparel. And we will put on the army helmet. Where we can actually see our face. And how sexy we really aren't. But hey, you know.
You gotta be careful, man.
We're charmers. Alright, so first thing I want to do is I want to run back again to Sanctuary. And we will go from there. Also happen to know I'm about 2 locations away from another trophy being unlocked. One of the reasons I decided to do a back-to-back episode of Fallout. I've got the episode 12 actually exporting on the computer as we speak, and then sat back down to play this, or excuse me, episode 12. This is episode 13. So yeah, you know, 2 in one day. Who would have thought? But here we go. Alright, why did I want to come back here? I did want to drop some shit off that I picked up. Let's see here. Like, I don't need that, I don't need that, don't need... oh, that's all junk. What am I doing? That I want to put away. Don't remember if I need any of that shit, so I'll hold on to it. I don't need those. Don't need the yellow flight helmet anymore. Don't need the frag grenades. Or the short bat. 52. Well, they're both 52. I don't need 2 of those. That lightens me up some. That also reminds me I got to go to inventory, to weapons, and we've got to favorite deliverer. And then while we're here, oh, that's why I'm hearing my heartbeat. I forgot my HP is like dead from that shot I took. That's it. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to drop Deacon because I'm done with the railroad for the moment. I will go back to the railroad quest. I want to make all the factions happy with me.
Folks are just looking for a hand. Lovely night.
Okay, that's the first time I ever got up and she was right there. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. But I don't want to run with Deacon right now. I want to run with one of my other members.
Yeah?
I have so many armors everywhere. Spots for them to hang out.
Apparently the castle's been trying to control the radio.
You know what?
Gotta go see what's going on.
Yeah, you know what? Let's handle you.
Come with me. I need your help.
Sure thing, General.
Boy, it's an honest to goodness minute. And here's me without my autograph.
Deacon, you ever want to fight for a cause bigger than a handful of people? You get back to me.
Alright, so Sanctuary Hills for Deacon. Oh, this sucks. I kind of want to lay back down for a little bit to get out of this radiation storm, which is extremely bad. Wow. Yeah, I think I'll take an hour extra nap while I'm here. The other thing I gotta do. Awesome tails. There we go. Sleep for another hour. Get rid of that fucking storm.
Can't believe we slept this late.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load. Or, no, you need anything too, Fred.
I'll let you know. Yeah, storm's gone. See, Piper's all extra nice and stuff, but at the same time, we've already completed her. So, let's see. I've got him with me. Returning the favor. Yeah, that's one I haven't discovered yet, so we're gonna run over there. We're gonna go check this one out. He'll be happy doing some of the Minimed quests. That'll help build Preston up a little bit. The faster I can get him to be prestiged out, the happier I'll be, because I won't have to deal with him no more. In fact, we may handle old guns today just to get him done. You know, make him happy. He'll be happy to do stuff for the castle. All right, let's see here. Why am I showing 2 points? Oh. I've got to go talk to Jack Cabot. It's been a while. We did handle that quest. We can go back and talk to Jack about the artifact. So we'll do that real quick before we go help the Somerton place. I actually forgot about that. So that's useful. me in. Thank you. I forgot about this because we did this so long ago.
This place has a bad reputation. There are some things you can't unsee.
You're right. Later, Preston. How'd you beat me down here?
Hey.
Ah, you're back. Good news.
Yes.
I figured out how to access the artifact's telekinesis effect. I've hooked it up to this old laser rifle. There's no way to control it without direct neural input. For better or worse, all of that was destroyed when my father died. But you still have a rather powerful directed force. Here, say what you think.
Haha, we got Lorenzo's artifact gun. That is a specialty weapon that does gamma damage. So, right on. And, of course, radiation, heavy radiation damage. It'll be better once I modify the hell out of it, but for now, we'll take it.
You made a neat gun. Thanks.
I hope you find some use for it. As for myself, I don't know. Maybe I'll finally travel to the southwest. My father was always convinced that there was another alien city buried somewhere in the Mojave Desert.
Well, there you go, dude. And I mentioned the Mojave. Alright, so we did what we needed to do here. We can get out of here. As a matter of fact, I will go back to data and reselect the Somerville place. So that way we have the notifications on how to get the hell back out of here. Got a neat little gun. See, it was worth going over and checking that out. See, I was confused. I'm like, why do I have another fast travel point? Like, what are they marking for me? It's like, oh, I completely forgot. I never went back to talk to him, which worked out in my favor. And now we are done in here. I did get the bobblehead in here. By the way, there's a bobblehead in here. Go back to the previous videos if you want to see where. So many dead things. And it's getting nighttime already. That kind of bugs me. Alright, so again, we are traveling to Milton General Hospital, which we have already cleared. The gamma gun emits a radiation that is deadly to humans, but ineffective against almost all ghouls, robots, and wasteland creatures. You know, it took my second playthrough to finally realize that the front of that gun is a fan. Is the grate to a fan. I know, I'm sad. But it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta learn. Alright, so we're here. We're gonna discover some locations while we're here. Uh-oh. There it is. Please tell me I got both of them. I believe I did. Excellent. And I'm going to pick up the nuclear material. And you're the other one, right? Oh, you were a skirmisher. Alright, so I discovered this location. We can explore it later. What do we got down here? Anything? Nothing of true interest anyway. What I wonder is we have a little like unmarked location, looks like right here. Shit, another suicider. Another dead suicider. The radioactive gland could be useful. I want the nuclear materials. I need those for the glow sites. A dead hound. See if there's anything worth of shit in here. West Roxbury. What the hell, did you get in a fight with your buddy there? What's up, Brian? Mr. Brian Miller. Hey, Brian, I got a scary idea, brother. Why don't you put your headset on and talk to me live while I'm playing Fallout 4? You can continue to watch, but actually speak to me. It'd be fun. We could have more of our dialoguing conversations like we had last night in a very, very long video. And we found Cutler Bend, which is filled with Mirelurks. And not the soft shell variety. Ow, you hit hard. Oh, you're no fun. Give me a second. Preston, you know what would really help? If you actually fired your freaking gun at the things we're fighting. Alright, give me a second, guys. I got a, party invite to accept. We are still here. We are still recording, so we should be anyway. What's up, Mr. Brian Miller? There we go.
How's it going?
It's going. How you been?
I'm good.
Still feeling the effects of yesterday?
Delay. That's kind of weird. Oh yeah, a little bit.
Well, there's going to be a delay on the video that you're watching because it's like 10 to 30 second delay for the recording anyway.
Right.
Yeah, I am doing this on the fact that we got that announcement about Fallout 76. Now, I know you're not a huge fan of the Fallout series personally.
Yeah.
But like I said to you on Facebook Messenger, oh my God, we got Mirelurk. I am using the wrong guns for these. Let's pull out the laser pistol. Hey, none of that shit. But for me, Fallout has always been like second only to Star Wars as far as like fandoms that I have the most of. So I am thrilled about the announcement of Fallout 76.
I'm curious. Is it a new Fallout game or is it like an MMO? Because I've seen a lot of people talking about how it's going to be like an MMO, kind of like what they're doing with that new Conan game.
Actually, that's one of the things I was just about to bring up to you.
Oh, were you?
To get your impression on. That's where I was leading. Was there is a lot of rumor because obviously it's all speculation because all we've gotten is a teaser trailer at the moment that the new Fallout game could actually. Oh my God, these things hit hard. Oh my God, I'm not even healing. Why? Oh, because I'm hitting the wrong thing. Stupid ass. Oh my God, where did you come from? Oh my, I'm trapped in here. That's awesome. All right,
you were hitting that right away, weren't you?
Yeah, I was hitting the rat away. Stupid ass of me. I would love to use this, but it'd be completely ineffective. You know what? Yeah. I know it's gonna happen. Preston, do some killing. So your possible impressions on the fact that they could be turning Fallout into an MMO like they've done with the Elder Scrolls Online, or as you pointed out, with the new Conan game.
Like the Conan Exiles, yeah. Or even, you know, along the lines of something like Old Republic. Obviously, not Old Republic, but yeah, along the same line.
The thing that's been coming from a lot of the rumors, for better or worse, of what they could be. You know what? I'm being stupid. Let me stay in here, where I can get it one at a time. And then I also want to switch over to the combat rifle because the other's just not working as well for me.
You go bottleneck them.
But also with this kill claw would get the hell out of the way. It's not going to be your traditional MMO. Like, it's not going to be emphasis on multiplayer, but it's not going to be emphasis on single player. Like, it's going to be some weird combination concoction. We have another one? Like, so what do you think about that?
So kind of like an MMO, but you have, like everybody has their own role to play in it?
Basically. Like,
that's something that...
From what I heard, it's going to have the, it's going to have the same treatments as like you're watching literally right now, where I have quests to do and places to go and things to do that are individual, but there will be interactions or times where I may have to team up with multiplayers.
Oh, that's bad.
Look, with the Fallout games, the only one I've ever played was 4. Is that one of those things where you have to play the game before to know what's going on?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it helps to know the lore, and I can definitely sit here and tell you the lore of Fallout.
Right.
But it's not necessary because each game, even the numbered games, are kind of standalone. Like the best way I can describe, Fallout 3 took place in Washington, D.C. 10 years prior to this game, which takes place in Boston.
Okay.
So it's two completely
really
different people in two completely different parts of the world dealing with two separate issues. Yeah.
Different vaults. Okay.
Now, lore of the world intertwine with each other. Like, when you play Fallout New Vegas, you know about the events that happened in Fallout 3 with, like, the water purification and, you know, the Great War that happened 200 years ago and blah, 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 blah. Just like in Fallout 3, you heard about your main enemies in this game, which is the Evil Institute and their creation of the synths in the Commonwealth, and this is the game where you actually get to see that shit firsthand. So the lore intertwines, but each individual game is basically its own standalone.
Okay. Well, with that being the case, I feel like this MMO would be another kind of installment in that, where I guess if you don't have to, I mean, you could catch me up with the lore. That would be something I could probably get behind, something along those lines. Something, you know, kind of like that. It's just the reason I never really got into Fallout. It was mainly, and it's weird coming from me, you know, as somebody who plays the Arkham games and, you know, who's beat Arkham Knight so many times and plays these big games, these Mass Effect games. It almost felt overwhelming, you know, like with so much you can do in them and stuff, and it felt so big. It's just like when I started playing 4, like I saved the Minutemen.
Right.
I did that. I got back to the same little neighborhood you lived in before the blast. And then after that, it was pretty much just like my power armor ran out of power, and I couldn't find another cell, and I didn't know where to go, what to do, and I kind of lost interest in it. And I mean, it's not because it was a bad game. It was just I didn't know what to do, you know. But if you've got a bunch of people like that around, You know, if it's something like an MMO where, you know, everybody has their own role to play and this person specializes in this person does that, you know, or stuff like that, I could definitely get behind something like that.
Well, the nice thing about the Fallout series and also the Elder Scrolls, basically, oh my God, ribcage. Sorry, my character has a desire for rib cages. He likes rib cages.
Oh, there was a delay on the video. I was like, rib cage? What the fuck is he talking about? Oh, now I see it. Never mind. Took a second.
Yeah, my character loves. I pick up rib cages whenever I see him.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
Ow! Stop that! Give me the rat away. So what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, the biggest thing with Fallout and with the Elder Scrolls, basically anything from a Bethesda game studios, the big emphasis is on open world, play the way you want to play. Mm-hmm. Like, more than anything else, that's what these games have interesting. Yeah, there's main stories and side quests and miscellaneous quests, but you can literally customize your character, your game style, your gameplay to the way you want to play, and instead of doing any of the quests, you can just go out and explore the world.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of shit to keep you interested. And the nice thing about games like Fallout 4 and Skyrim, for example, like the two biggest Bethesda games at the moment, Fallout 4 and Skyrim, when the main quest is completed, the game is not over. Besides DLCs and stuff like that, you have quests that are continuous that you could do. You could go explore. Some things rehash or whatever else, like respawn, that you can go play with again. You know, it's like
that's the way my Assassin's Creed Origins was.
Right. So there's always something to do in a Fallout or Elder Scrolls game, and especially dealing in with like lore and interaction with characters. You know, play your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could
put for the new one.
And I could put, like, if I could make this game, this Let's Play I've been doing for Fallout, I can make this last forever. I'm not going to, but I can make this last forever.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that there's so much that you can do in this game.
You know, you know, like, Fallout to you is like Assassin's Creed to me. It's second only to the Star Wars stuff, you know what I mean? And I mean, and Batman's up there too. Obviously, the Arkham series is up there, but and anything Lego, as childish as that sounds, any Lego game, just I'll get lost in it. I don't give a shit. But with like Origins, I've actually thought about, because Origins took me. You know, I played all the Assassin's Creeds leading up to Origins before I played it again.
Right.
I played all of them again before I got to it. And it took me like 6 months to get through all the other games before it. And then I spent like 2.5 months playing Origins. Like, religiously, almost the canon library suffered because I was spending so much time playing Origins. Like, I couldn't stop. And I've still got stuff I haven't finished on it. You know, and I beat the main storyline as quickly as possible, because the way it was set up, you could only level up so quickly, and to do the next mission you had to be the next level, you know, stuff like that. So you kind of have to do side missions and stuff.
Right.
But I explored every last inch of the map, and we've talked about how big that map was. It's just, I've honestly, I want to get lost in it again. So I've thought about doing a Let's Play of Origins, starting all over again with Origins. Well, oh my God, I'm so afraid. It's gonna have to wait till after Harvest if I do it, and I'm terrified that if I do, the canon library is gonna suffer for it.
It doesn't have to. I mean, again, I balance how many Let's Plays for Press A Gaming.
That's true.
And doing all the shows that we do. Oh my God, no!
Oh, I can't wait to see what you're up against.
Oh, that's so not fair. I just got surprised by a Super Mutant Suicider.
Dude, you just got one-hit wondered.
Yeah, because he ran up to me and slammed on the ground a mini nuclear missile.
That guy had a certain kind of feeling for you. he felt a certain kind of way about you coming into that boxcar.
Well, what sucks is I went into the boxcar and I heard the beep, and as soon as I heard the beep, I turned around and he was right there.
That gun shoots railway spikes.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit.
Doesn't look like they've been gone long.
Oh my God!
Boy, that's
it
gonna make
brought me
liberals' heads
all
explode.
the way back here. That's not fair. All right, so anyway, back to what we were saying and doing here.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's absolutely possible to balance between, you know, canon library or canon podcast as it would be now.
Yeah.
You know, and doing multiple Let's Plays, especially if you do it in moderation, like I attempt to do with these games. First and foremost, I usually play late at night, preferably on weekends. It's usually when I'll record. And I'll do 2, 3, 4 different recordings at a time, and then just during the week I'll process them and put them out.
Mm-hmm.
2, I always make sure my videos are only about an hour, hour and a half. That takes away process time plus game time. It doesn't take much to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
I did that with my Arkham City videos.
And look at how much easier that was on you.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, once you start actually editing your own videos, you'll see how much even easier it is with the exporting and shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you were about to say.
Oh, I did the Arkham City videos differently. I didn't broadcast them. I just used the PlayStation footage recording thing on it with the headset on it.
Wandering out this way, we may be overrun.
Wait, what?
We need someone to clear.
What just popped up on my screen? Oh, I can't. It just popped up and said I can't operate my PlayStation right now with voice because I'm in a party. Like I'm trying. Jesus.
Shame on you. You know you can't do that stuff.
My PS4 camera's hooked up. That's probably why it's probably reading my voice.
Oh really? You got a PS4 camera?
Yeah.
You know you could actually, instead of having the Assassin's Creed picture, you could actually show your face.
I know.
I can't because I don't have a camera for PS4 or Xbox One.
It's one of those things where like I did that with the Battlefront gameplay I did when Battlefront 2 came out. And I've watched other people play and it's just their face. And it's like something like Battlefront, it kind of makes sense for me because that's canon and you know you're going to have big reveals during that. You want reaction video, you know. You want to see the person's reaction when they're playing it. But if it's a game I've already played before, it's just me staring at the screen the whole time. And I don't know why anybody would want to watch me watch the screen. You know what I mean?
The only time I use it, the only time I personally use that is when I'm playing a computer game like Fallout 1, or when I was doing the retros of Final Fantasy 1 and all, which were emulated.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're around here, you little son of a bitch. Where you at? Where you at? There you are.
Honestly,
son of a bitch, you're right there.
I've got an idea though. I think honestly,
you ready? Watch
instead
this.
of doing Assassin's Creed Origins, okay, I'm 10 seconds about. Oh, that's where you were.
Yep.
Oh, hey, there he was.
I got him, and I shot the nuke.
Whoa! Holy shit!
That's what it looked like when he trapped me in this corner.
Damn. But I think, you know, this year we've got, and we talked about this the other day on, I think we talked about it on the Canon podcast, how one of my favorite video games is The Last of Us.
Yeah, because we were talking about, like, if EA loses Star Wars,
right.
what type
we would
of...
like to see pick it up.
Right.
Well, we got Last of Us Part 2 coming out this year. So I'm thinking about doing because that's been a while since I played The Last of Us. I'm thinking about doing a Let's Play of that. Cause that would be a really good one. I think Last of Us would really lend itself well to actually sitting and watching somebody play it. You know what I mean? That game is very cinematic.
Oh, probably. So, I mean, I eventually intend to do a Let's Play and complete a Let's Play of almost every game I own. I mean, I've done Doom, I've done Wolfenstein. I may go back and do like the campaigns of all the Call of Duties.
Yeah.
That I have that are backwards compatible, because I'm not going to put out the money for
Black Ops 4.
At the moment, probably not. If you're going to stand there and let me shoot you...
You know, I've got another good one, too, that'd be really good for that. I'm sitting here looking at all my games right now.
Right.
I've got one called the Talos Principle that I think would lend itself really well. It's kind of like a puzzle game, and I actually like it better than Portal.
Never played Portal, believe it or not.
I love me some fucking Portal, bud.
I've heard great things about it, especially Portal 2.
Yeah, Portal 2 is wet. Portal 1 you can beat in like 45 minutes. Portal 2, it took me about 2 weeks. And there's two different campaigns in Portal 2, essentially. There's the single player, where you're just Michelle, the girl, and you're trying to escape, you know, Gladys and all this shit. But then there's an entire multiplayer campaign also, where you and a buddy play as these two robots. And you have to go through an entirely different set of puzzles. And I had a buddy one time that we would sit and play Portal 2, and the first time we ever played through it, I remember there's one puzzle we came up on, and we were in my apartment, and we were sitting there trying to beat this damn thing. And we spent like 3.5, 4 weeks trying to figure out how to get past this one part. And we would get to the point we'd sit there and just do it over and over and over again. And finally he'd say, screw this, let's go to the bar. So we'd go to the bar, and he'd draw on a napkin in the map, and we'd sit here and try to figure it out sitting at the bar, like, what if we drew that portal here? And then, like, we would go drink a beer and then come back and try and figure it. And I would be like, why don't we just Google it? And he's like, no, we're not going to Google it. We're going to figure this out. And finally we ended up Googling it, and it was so goddamn simple. You know, it was stupid.
It's funny, because Christina could tell you about the days of Defenestrate, one of the bands we were in together a long time ago, where we would, quote-unquote, and I'm giving finger quotations, band practice, which in reality is we brought our instruments together and just got drunk.
Oh, nice. That sounds fun.
And then we would wind up pulling out my PlayStation 1. Yes, it was that long ago. And on the PS1, we would take turns, like, all through the night, passing the controller around, doing, like, Resident Evil 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we were so engrossed in those games. We actually wrote a song dedicated to Resident Evil 1 called Die Wesker Die. Yeah, it was a stupid, repetitive song, but we wrote a song to Resident Evil entitled "Die Wesker Die" because we were so hell bent on it. But it was kind of the same deal. It's like you were just saying with your friend. It's like, no, we're not Googling it. We're not looking it up. We're not going to grab a strat guide. We're going to figure this freaking thing out, you know. And basically, that obsession ended with Resident Evil 3. When Resident Evil 3 came out, and you had random encounters with Nemesis, who just was like impossible to beat. We get so far, you haven't had a save point in a while, and that fucker would show up and just kill you. Like, yeah, done with this.
Yeah. No, it ruins it for you. It really does.
So.
Oh, are you shitting me?
Flip. Hey, he's got ghoul booty.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, Portal 1, you can only get it in the Half-Life 2, the orange box. That's the only way you can get the first Portal. And then they made a standalone Portal 2. And they kind of made a Portal 3 with the Lego Dimensions thing. Because you could get Michelle and you could actually play a Portal game in Lego, which was like the greatest goddamn thing ever. But anyway, yeah, they never really went back, and I guess Valve really likes cutting their game series off at 2, you know, like Portal and Left 4 Dead and Half-Life, and you know, they make 2 and done.
Well, see, here's some of the fun things, like where I'm at right now. Here's some of the fun things of Fallout that really gets you into the world, is how fucked up the world is. Especially when you're like going through things like vaults and stuff of that nature. But right now I'm going through a school. Now, before the war, the school was doing something they shouldn't have been doing, and when you're all around this school, you find that there's like this flavorless pink goo food that they're passing along to students and shit. Well, I just found a working terminal. This will give you an idea. This is the lore that I'm talking about with Fallout that really sucks you in.
Okay.
Principal Hudson, I am sorry to ask, but where has the integrity of this school gone? Forcing all teachers and students to consume nothing but flavorless pink goo is inhumane and demoralizing. Food is an avenue of socialization for our students' growing minds, and they are growing restless of the paste. If nothing else, I am sure you have noticed the growing rate of visits to your office for misbehavior. Also, I could almost swear everyone seems a little bit pinker after a week of eating this stuff. Please, I ask that we terminate this mistake of an experiment and find alternative funding opportunities for the school, Mr. Smith, English Department. So you go through and you find like notes, and if you're watching on the video, if you'd see, I just turned to the left right now and I'm looking at the food paste on a tray. Like, it looks like shitty Play-Doh.
Yeah.
These are the lores.
So it's like little narratives, little side stories.
Oh yeah, like there's this one part, like a spoiler, into a place later on into the game. I say spoiler for people that have been following the Let's Play and maybe haven't beaten the game yet. You wind up in this place where you got to get this part for the Institute, and while you're there, you go through the terminals and you find that some of the people were sitting there playing Dungeons and Dragons through email. And you go to all of their terminals to hear, to read all sides of the conversation, like what each person's character was doing and stuff like that. Then you finally find a DM's terminal. Like it's hilarious. You know, just shit like that is great. Or when you go to the vaults are absolutely phenomenal, because what had happened is the lore of the vaults and vault tech is during the Great War, well, before the Great War, the United States had commissioned for Vault Tech Incorporated to create giant underground fallout shelters called vaults that would protect civilization. But there was only like 100, give or take about 150 vaults made all throughout the United States.
Okay.
And they can hold on average, give or take, say about, I'm roundabouting, so anybody who watches this video on YouTube or whatever and wants to correct me, feel free, but again, I'm just guesstimating. Give or take around 200 to 500 people.
Okay.
Well, out of these 150 vaults or whatever, only, say, a handful of them were considered what they called control vaults, meaning that nothing was wrong with these vaults whatsoever. Then you start discovering that Vault-Tec had other vaults, and these vaults were all designed for social experimentation. To give an example, like one vault had 1 male and 99 females. Another vault had 99 males and 1 female. There's another vault that had 1 guy and a box of puppets.
Oh, Mike Quinn.
Mm-hmm. You've got well, only if Mike Quinn would go nuts like this guy did. Trust me, I don't want.
Oh, the guy went batshit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's worth looking up the lores of Vault-Tec vaults. But there's some great ones. There's ones that did experimentations on people. There's ones that like locked people in with. I'll spoil one because this will tell you how fucked up Vault-Tec is. There's this one vault where I forget if it's in this game or Fallout 3 you discover it. But essentially the people that are in this vault are being subjected by the computer that they must elect a leader every year, and at the end of that year they have to kill the guy. And if not, then I forget exactly how they worded it, but essentially, by the way, you were talking about power armor running out of armor.
Yeah.
On the screen, you'll see I'm picking up a fusion core. Those are the batteries for the power armor.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yep.
Oh.
So now you know if you ever decide to try it again.
Or mine.
So anyway, like I was saying, you know, the game, yeah. Vault-Tec had it led that basically if they don't do this, they will their world will end. Like, you know, they'll all die if one person doesn't die. So the people have created this elective service that are not service, but election thing where somebody would become the leader, and then they would choose who would die at the end of the year to appease the computer at the vault.
Mm.
Well, finally one day the people decide we're not gonna take it anymore. We're not gonna let Vault-Tec ruin us or force us to no longer have control over life and death, and they all commit mass suicide.
Oh.
Well, at the end of the year, when everybody's dead, the computer opened the door. All they had to do was not kill anybody, and the end of the world was Vault-Tec would open the front door and let them out.
Oh my god.
That's how fucked vaults are, and the lore of them are they're disturbing, but they're so cool.
Oh my god. Jesus. Yeah, I'm one of those rare people. I know, like, everybody I've ever talked to is like, you don't play Fallout? Just like, you know, people from Ohio. I used to live in Northwest Ohio, and I tell people I've never done weed, and they're like, you're from Northwest Ohio and you've never smoked marijuana? Like, no. Never have done it. And it's one of those things where, like, people almost judge me because I've never played Fallout.
I'm judging you right now. No, it just like anything else in the world. Oh, here we got a note here. Let's see what this says. Mr. Henderson, I hate to have to remind you again, but you failed to meet your quota last month. We still have spots to fill in. I don't know what that's about. No, to each is their own. Like, case in point, like, I know I catch shit, not from you, but from other people, because I'm not a big fan of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Grand Theft Auto, and I know people that are absolutely in love with those game series.
I prefer Watch Dogs. It's kind of Grand Theft Auto, but with hacking, but it's done better.
You know, it's just not my thing. I gotta get in there. Shit, how do I do that? I gotta remember how to do this. There it is. Open the door. Good. Get in there. There we go. Made it.
Alright, so let me ask you this with Fallout. Did like all of the vaults start their like experiments and, you know, all this other stuff? Like every game when you go to the vault and, you know, the big bomb drops, right? Did all those bombs drop at the same time?
Oh yeah. Well, with the Great War, what happened is we were in a war with China. What had started the war? I'm gonna completely like shorthand this real quick.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
But initially, what had originally started was that resources in the United States were starting to run out. The timeline kind of, well, not just in the United States, in the world, the timeline kind of split from World War II. We dropped the bomb on Japan. You know how our history went the way we know it went, right?
Right.
Well, in Fallout, instead, after the dropping of the nuclear bomb, humanity started realizing we can harness nuclear energy, and it led into this like ideal society with fusion cars and futuristic robots. But we got stuck in the 1950s mentality. Okay. Now, resources start running out. People are just consuming shit like locusts, okay?
Okay.
Which starts tensions between China and the United States. particularly over like Canada and Alaska and stuff of that nature, which we wound up annexing.
Oh, okay.
And then in October of 2077, without warning, China and the United States both launched bombs at missiles at each other. It was called Great War, and it was over in 2 hours, leaving the world in complete desolation.
So with every single Fallout game, when you see the big bomb going off, like all those games, like that part of every game is happening simultaneously.
That part of the game happened simultaneously within lore. Fallout 4 was the only one to ever show you that. When you start like Fallout 3, you're born in a vault. 200 years after the war.
See, you're talking to a guy that the only Fallout game he ever played was the beginning of 4, where you actually see the bomb go off, and you know you're going down to the vault just as the wave hits. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? Go to Press A Gaming, check it out. Well, not Press A Gaming, Realm the Mist Entertainment, check it out. There is Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas on there.
Well, I watched you play New Vegas a couple times, but you were so far into the gameplay, it was kind of out of context for me.
Well, you can watch it and,
I need to.
Yeah. So there you go, you know, and then... Where's he at? There he is. Boom. Fun system to make life easier. Oh, he's stuck.
Oh, he was sexy.
He's stuck. He's stuck. Oh, poor guy. There you go. I ended it for you. You feel better? Take your radiated blood. You can have your cue ball. Ow! Bastard. It's one thing I hate about ghouls in this game. Ooh! We got a school announcement. Let's listen to it.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Friday all.
And a magazine while we're at it. Oh, did I accidentally shut it off? Son of a bitch.
I think you did.
Alright, let's get back to it. It was, wasn't it school announcement? Yeah, October 22nd.
So I can hear it.
Happy Friday all. The NAPP program launched this week with success, but not without problems. I hate to have to throw away your mother's carefully packed lunches, but I am afraid we must put our foot down on this issue. I am assured all of you will get used to the flavor of the taste. Also, I have been informed that flavor varieties will be on their way pending continued success of the program. How exciting! To those complaining, I will repeat. There are absolutely no psychological or physical side effects from participation in the NAPP. Any observed effect is assuredly psychosomatic, and possibly related to a lack of trust in the government. Remember, our participation in the NAPP not only helps our school, but in the long run benefits our nation. Thank you for your attention.
That's one of the most liberal things I've ever heard. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Well, again, this is about like war profiteering. The reason they were basically, if we went through and looked for all the other lore in here about the paste, you would find out that this was placed in by the government to this school to test for alternative food sources for the military.
Wow. That's why I don't trust big government.
So, yeah, I mean, again, it just goes back to how fucked up this world is.
Yeah.
And how fucked up it was before the bombs fell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then that's one of the fun of, like I said, going through this game.
There's your ribcage.
Where? I didn't see a ribcage.
On the
I saw
floor.
it. Oh my God, ribcage! Got it.
I got you, bro.
Good eyes. Good eyes. All right, so we completed this. That means we can go turn this quest in to the people that asked us to go fight these things, which is awesome. It's awesome.
Freaking awesome.
But yeah, that's one of the lures of the game is to go out and find the lore. Like, I don't have as much fun with Skyrim or with Elder Scrolls as I do with Fallout with lore. Like, I have no interest in Skyrim or Oblivion or anything like that to go and read every single book. Like, I know there was somebody who took the time to write in a whole bunch of shit. There's enemies nearby. Where? Oh, there he is. Hi.
I'm gonna have to give you a schooling lesson like this for Assassin's Creed.
I'll watch. You run it, I'll watch it.
Well, I found out today that well, right now it's rumor and speculation, or it's a leak or something. I think they were talking about they're doing a remake, not a remaster, but a remake of the first Assassin's Creed, which is something I've been talking about for years. That would be because the first Assassin's Creed was a very linear story, and it was just it took place during the Templars, the Crusades, and the Knights Templar and stuff like that. Essentially, you go to these three cities. Each city has 3 districts, and in each of those 3 districts, you do this, 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 and then you go to the next district and you do this, 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 and then you go to the next, and it's the same thing. So it was very repetitive.
Right.
I mean, it was extremely repetitive. And then when Assassin's Creed 2 came out, it was open world. And then that's all it's been since. And then Origins was like the pinnacle of open world for Assassin's Creed. So, when they say they're not doing a remaster of the first Assassin's Creed, they're doing a remake, I'm wondering if they're not going to do the same time period, same story, but make it open world.
What now?
Cause I will lose my fucking mind. You think I'm playing.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm down with it too.
But it's one of those things. It's just Assassin's Creed is the shit. I fucking love Assassin's Creed.
Well, here's another thing you get to do. Once you take over a settlement, you notice the healthy green glow everywhere?
Yeah.
It's my settlement now. I get to scrap shit.
I scrapped every goddamn thing I could in that first settlement. In that neighborhood that you like start off in, when you come back to it, I scrapped everything I could. I got rid of every tree, I got rid of every piece of fence, I mean literally everything. It was bare bones by the time I was done. And I started building this like weird kind of base thing with like 2 stories on it, and I tried to start a little garden and stuff, but I just, like I said, I just kind of fell out of it, you know?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, maybe through watching me or watching the previous videos, and now knowing something about the lore and some of the fun of it, like I was saying with Skyrim, I know somebody wrote all the little books and everything that are in them, but I don't think the lore is as entertaining, as interesting as Fallout. Fallout, maybe it's because of the fact that Fallout is, you know, in a realistic setting, you know, like it's not necessarily realistic in the sense of like, you know, we still live in the 1950s and this is what our world would be like at one point, but realistic in the sense of like, this is very close to home. This is what our world could be. This is Boston. I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. It's called the Commonwealth, but I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. That's a real place. You know what I mean? Washington, D.C., fucking... I can't take the swing. I want the swing. Right.
Well, if you were going to suggest a Fallout game for me to start with, which one would you suggest?
Easiest gameplay with plenty of shit to it right now would be Fallout 4, what I'm playing now.
4?
Now, I know a lot of purists will tell you get yourself download Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 for PC. They're only on PC.
Okay.
But they're esoteric RPGs. They're not first-person shooter RPGs like this.
Oh, no, I'm not into that.
Fallout didn't become a first-person RPG until Fallout 3, when it was bought by Bethesda.
Oh, so probably start with 3?
I would say start with 3 and 4. or excuse me, 3 in New Vegas, and 4.
Okay.
And really give it time. Like I said, 4 is easier to navigate through, especially for a first-time player. But the richness of 3 and New Vegas cannot be denied.
Okay.
All right, so you were talking about the original settlements, Sanctuary. I'm going to fast travel over to it. By the way, you were talking about, like, big maps.
Yeah.
If you look on the screen right now. And I still don't have everything unlocked.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't doubt that one. Hang on, let me look up and see. Because I remember looking up at one point how
and
big
I still
the
got to
map
go.
for Assassin's Creed Origins was in
and
miles. Hang on.
And I still have the DLC areas of Far Harbor and Nuka World to go. I haven't gone to either of them yet.
Map.
Nuka World, by the way, if you're going to follow this series, Nuka World will not be until after I defeat the main quest. Because I've done it already on Xbox One, and I started screwing with Nuka World before I completed the main story, and it kind of messed with the main story. It's better to have the main story done before you do Nuka World if you get the DLCs. Which, just get the Game of the Year edition Fallout, and you'll have all of it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's offload crap I don't need. Like, I don't need Lorenzo's
hang
gun.
on. I'm looking up to see how big the map was for Origins. Because I remember reading somewhere how big it was in miles, but I don't remember. Yeah, this says it's 12.5 kilometers from north to south. And that's not counting east and west. It takes 3 hours to cross with autopilot on your camel. It's 5 times as large as GTA 5. So I mean, like, Origins was that map was stupid big. Like, it was like, I talked about being overwhelmed earlier. I almost felt overwhelmed the first time I played Origins.
Okay,
100 square kilometers.
Well, I definitely get why you would be overwhelmed with Fallout as well. Again, because just the sheer size of Fallout in general, and so many different locations, some that mean something to something and some that don't. You know, like, there's plenty of places that may not even be on the map. We have things showing up. Really? We're getting upset over a bloatfly. You guys got it? You okay? Okay, good.
You eat. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, you work, you eat. It's simple as that. By the way, I'm in my house. With my bobbleheads, my magazines, and I collect my vault suits. You know, that's 2 of the vault. Well, Vault 111 is where my character came from. Vault 114 I've discovered. Let's see here. I gotta go back to inventory. Aid.
Oh, here we go. Not to beat a dead horse, but I actually found the actual size of the Assassin's Creed Origins map. It's 234 square kilometers.
Now, you know what you should do?
Look up Fallout.
Look up Fallout. For sake of argument, Origins is the newest game, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Look up Fallout 4. And just compare size of Commonwealth, I guess Commonwealth map to whatever Origins area is.
It says, looking at the details, the explorable Fallout 4 map is 3.82 square miles or 9.9 square kilometers.
How big is it?
9.9. Assassin's Creed's 234.
Okay.
So yeah, I shouldn't feel overwhelmed with the Fallout at all. I don't know why I did though. Like, it doesn't make... There's no goddamn way that map is that fucking big.
Let's see here.
I'll be damned.
Alright, so I'm going to return to the cast. We're going to get this done for Mr. Preston, who is following me around and annoying the piss out of me.
Like, just feed him, he'll go away.
Trust me, as much as I would love to, no. The biggest issue with Preston is he was the leader of the Minutemen until he made you the leader.
Right. Yeah.
And he gives you. Remember, I said there's quests that never end.
Yeah.
He gives you quests that never end.
Bastard.
Never thought I'd see our flag flying over the castle again.
But right now he's thrilled because this is ours. I helped take this back.
Hey.
Fort Independence.
Finally. I've been waiting to talk to you.
Here I am.
Here I am. What did you need?
I'm Ronnie Shaw, Commonwealth Minuteman. At least I was. Back before Joe Becker got himself killed and the idiots took over.
Huh.
Glad to meet you. We can use some more veterans around here.
Well, you're right about that. I feel like some of these you've got still may need their diapers changed.
I'd still like to hear what you came to talk to me about.
Heard you were trying to get the Minutemen back on their feet. Thought I'd come
Oh, don't say that. I play with some mods.
Kidding.
No, I play with some mods on Xbox One.
The Minutemen are the good guys.
And one of the mods was the character underneath their clothes or whatever. The female characters would have really sexy lingerie. Well, there was a glitch with it when I came to do this part that I'm doing right now. That's all she was dressed in was camo, sexy lingerie.
So sexy. It makes me feel so sexy.
But I have something more specific in mind. I'm probably the only one who still remembers this. But the castle's armory was located in the West Bank.
Oh my god.
Best equipment was stored. Weapons, ammo,
Talk. Walk over. We'll look at it. See, I need to I'll do it off screen, but I need to eventually go to all these settlements and actually put the work into building them up, building up their defenses, their food, you know, blah, 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 blah.
I hope you have an idea.
Of course I do. If you can't go through,
But right now, the only one I've ever worked on was Sanctuary, and that was because it was a quest to do it. And plus, I like having a place to put all my bobbleheads. It's my base of operations, so it's where I put all my bobbleheads and my... Oh my god, lady, you take too fucking long. I know where I'm going. And then I gotta do this to clear...
Okay, so you want to know what a day in Kansas feels like?
What's a day in Kansas feel like?
Hera, we're under the gun right now again for severe weather.
this was the general's quarters.
Just can't
I
catch a
believe
break.
it. Well, we've been having relatively nice weather here, but we're intended to get more shit weather soon.
Hey, look, I was nervous last night the whole time we were playing Battlefront because I really didn't know if the lightning was going to hit the house and kill the power. Like I was like the whole time we were playing, I was watching strobe light flashes through my blinds in my living room outside. I had all the lights off, and all you could, like every once in a while, the whole room would just light up like a strobe light, literally that quick. I was like, oh shit, man, please God no, and it never happened, but it never did.
Now, that wasn't what I was worried about. When you were saying you were going through, like, another...
Pretty dark down here.
Oh, shit.
When you said you were going through another tornado warning, that's where I got concerned for you.
Oh, yeah. No, that one last time was pretty cool. The first one of the season, that growl... Remember when I was talking to you on Skype? I think you were doing radiocast, and I said I kept hearing growling outside. And it sounded like growling thunder. That was a tornado on the east side of town that I was hearing. And I didn't realize it until Kirsty walked in. She's like, yeah, there was just a tornado on that side of town. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, I heard it, but I didn't know that's what it was. And then we got over to my buddy's place, and there was one like half mile north of our town.
Oh, wow.
So they were hitting and missing all around us. I mean, it's nothing new, but I just looked at the radar, dude. You got your phone handy?
Yes, but I got the chat up in case anybody talks, so...
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I was gonna send you a picture of this radar because.
Well, you can send it to me. I just won't be able to look at it right away.
Fair enough. It's a coming. Wait a second. Do I have the Twitch app on my phone? I don't think I do. Well, that's something I need.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, how have you been doing the chats and all that with
on my PlayStation?
On your play? Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I forgot PlayStation can do that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Right
about
now, when
that.
I'm looking at it, it just popped up. Can't compute again because of the mic. It's got like your screen off to the left, like taking up probably 3/4 of the screen, and then the rest of it's chat on the side.
Right. I see. I got full screen going. Oops. I knew there was one around. There we go. But yeah, I'm not a fan of doing it that way. Yeah, get up.
Oh, it takes forever to type, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, like the other night when you were broadcasting.
Yeah.
I was watching you broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually like texting with my phone while watching on the Xbox One.
Oh yeah.
So that way I didn't have to texting it on my phone was easier than trying to type with the Xbox controller.
The first time I watched you playing Origins, when you first started it, I was on my computer. I was chatting on you there. Whoa,
well, computer would be good too. Oh, I waited for this.
Hera.
Whoa! God damn it, Sarge. Move. Oh, what do I want here? Want that. Oh my god, he's right there.
Oh, I think she hears Kirsty falling in the driveway.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Stim pack, stim pack, stim pack. Thank you. Heal.
Oh yeah. Oh, Hera. Watch this. Hera's mommy home? Is mommy home? Yeah? Better hope that's mommy coming in that door.
Bro, get out of the way. It's gonna blow. There we go. We got it.
That ain't mommy coming through the door. You're about to watch somebody have a bad fucking night.
But I'm gonna have a great fucking stream if somebody does. Dude, you've gotta check out this Let's Play of Fallout 4, episode 13. Dude, right in the middle of, he's talking to his buddy and it's like all normal and everything else. And then in the middle of it, some asshole try to break in. And all you hear is blip, blip, reload.
See, I'm of the mindset and the attitude also that if somebody broke in my back door and I shot them dead, I would just put my gun back down and keep watching the stream. Like I would just leave them over there. I wouldn't even care.
Trust me, I'm the same way.
Yep, nope, screw it.
Right,
I think Kirsty come home. What's this? Oh, yeah, well, no, that's weird. Where'd that come from?
Alright, unique uniform, so I'm taking that. Sorry. You get to be naked.
Why did it do that?
You need something, General?
Yeah, you do.
Explains all the landmines. This is, well, was General McGann. He had your job back
maybe
when I
that's the
retired.
one.
Must have gotten trapped down here when that sea beast attacked the castle. He did manage to keep the armory secure.
Oh, I hope I can remember my Twitch password.
Yes, the uniform is yours now, if you
well,
want
you better.
So Geezer doesn't need it anymore.
I know, right? Oh, hey, did I get it right?
Your fight is done, and the Minutemen live on.
It? That was it. There we go. That better be mommy. Oh, thank God it's mommy. Daddy doesn't have to kill anybody.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
Sad panda.
Here you go. Here's some.
I was making sure it wasn't somebody else coming to the door.
Here's some lore about the general that I just found and took his uniform off.
Shoot that.
To protect this area, he trapped himself in here and activated that robot that I fought. Last night at about 0200 hours, I was awoken by a crash that shook the whole castle. Lieutenant Foster reported that some huge creature had breached the western wall. I sent him to radio for reinforcements while I used the tunnels to lock down the armory. Shortly after that, a second crash wave caved in the only other exit from the tunnel. The only thing I can think of large enough to do that is some kind of damage is a behemoth. And as super mutants have taken the courtyard, I can't risk the artillery falling into their hands. All I could do for now is set up defenses and wait for someone to dig me out. Log number 2 here. Bolstered my position. It's now clear that we must have lost the battle. I've heard something pounding on the armory door, but the walls will fall in before the door gives way. In case they attempt to clear the rubble from my quarters, I've set up all the defenses that were left down here. I don't like to think about super mutants using our artillery against helpless settlements. I'm running low on water, but I still hope that the survivors will regroup and mount a counterattack in time. Final entry. Huh. This will likely be my final entry. My supplies have all run out, and I've given up hope that rescue is coming. The only thing left is an old case of wine I found. I know it will only make the dehydration worse, but at this point, I'd rather meet my fate with its host. General McCain, Commonwealth Minutemen.
Huh.
So again, just beautiful little lore of people living their life in this world.
Yeah.
Or in this case, dying. Losing their lives in this world. You know, so... Alright, we made it back to here, which is the welcome to the armory. Open this button. Open the door. Whole bunch of stuff I get to play with. Mine.
You just had to push the big shiny button, huh?
I pushed the big shiny button.
Big
there you go.
Button.
Oh, that's a weapon you will love. I will. Alright, I just picked that up.
What, the
Fat Man?
Oh yeah?
You'll see. I'll show you in a minute. I'll do a demonstration in a minute.
Okay.
Just for the fun of it. Alright, there's a whole bunch of crap in there. I'll have to take the ammo. I don't really need the grenades and shit. I'll come back for that stuff. Yeah, I'm going to show you this real quick before I complete this quest here. Excuse me.
Yeah, I want to see this. I want to see it. I want to see it before I hop off. I have to get off and go to bed.
Alright, I'm going to aim it for the truck there.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay. I'll see what truck you're talking about in about 7 seconds.
Bring on the Fat Man, and I will even third person.
Let's see. Oh, that truck. Okay, gotcha.
And I pull out the Fat Man.
Boy, if I had a nickel.
And I shall shoot.
Ooh, I heard it.
You're about to see it.
Holy shit. Gun the size of a Buick.
Mini nuke launcher.
That's sexy. Holy shit!
Basically a slingshot nuke launcher.
That would have come in handy in Arkham Knight.
I have to admit, Ronnie, having
or Battlefront.
Or Battlefront. Well, I'm pretty much ending the stream after I set up, finish this quest here, so.
Oh, okay.
That'll be episode 13. Now she's gonna have me. She's gonna have me go out here and build these things. Oh, look. Another mini nuke. I could do it again.
Bada boom.
Bada boom. Nothing to report. Good to know. Let's see. I know we got to aim there. I'm gonna
put.
What
if you shoot a mini nuke straight up?
Oh my God! Really? Let's do that. I'm gonna reactivate the Fat Man. I'm gonna say it in first person, but before I do, I'm quick saving.
Not a bad idea.
All right, let's see what happens. Launching the mini nuke straight into the air, or as straight as I can get.
Okay. Okay, there's the quick set. Oh, I heard you shoot it.
Oh my god. I'm watching it in the air. It does curve back down. Boom!
Oh my god, I can't wait to see. Okay, there it goes. Oh, I was really hoping that would be closer.
I'm really glad it wasn't closer.
Damn. Well, now you know.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
The other half is violence.
Nothing wrong with any of that shit. How come I never put up one of these things? I just realized that. Miscellaneous, give me night recruitment. Alright, now I've got the fun of I gotta recruit. Well, I need people here.
Looks like you've got everything we need. As soon as you get some artillery built, we'll do it calibrated.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna hop off, bud.
Alright, dude.
I gotta get some rest. I didn't sleep at all. Like I was night before last was one of those nights at 3:30 I was still awake and couldn't figure out why and had to be up at 7 and.
Because you enjoyed your.
Dude, I couldn't sleep. And then last night I just had weird fucking dreams all goddamn night. So
there we go. I gotta do.
I'm about to go take a sleeping pill and just call it a night.
Well, you may enjoy this. I just set this up. I gotta go through the testing here. So we'll watch the testing, and that'll be the end of the video.
Darn, it's good to see
Fair enough.
artillery here again. Now here's the thing.
So you'll enjoy this before you end it.
Can't fire at anything too close, but their range is impressive.
Uh-huh.
That's what the smoke grenades are for.
Okay.
First one of those are the bad guys. If we have artillery in range, we'll confirm over the radio and target our fire on your smoke. But first, we better do a test fire. Make sure we're hitting what we're aiming at.
I know.
See that little building over there?
Uh-huh.
Use that for our aiming.
Okay.
Keep the radio on and tuned to radio freedom so we can confirm we're ready.
Okay. So first thing I got to do is I got to turn the radio on my Pip-Boy on.
All right, General, if you can hear me, we're ready.
All right. Second thing I got to do.
Yeah, dude. After I watched the trailer for the new Fallout, like all afternoon, I've been sitting here going, "Country road, take me home." That's all I've had stuck in my head all damn evening. Now, whenever I go to work in the morning, I'm gonna have to throw some John Denver on, and that's what I'm gonna start my day to, probably.
I got it. Now I got to get the hell out of the way. I go to a spot where I can watch, but.
Hey, I got a question about Twitch. I got Twitch on my 360, but I can't record gameplay with it.
You
but I
can't.
can still watch Twitch.
You can watch, but you can't. You can't. Only the Xbox One and the PS4 can record on Twitch. The other ones you have to. The other ones you have to have something called a game capture device.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I could watch your Twitch stream on my 360, right?
Yeah, you can watch. You can't broadcast.
Right.
Without the game capture.
I kind of wish I'd have known that, because I could have been laying in bed watching it on my 360.
Well, see.
Damn.
But we wouldn't have been able to talk like we're doing now. Boom!
That's true.
You watching?
I don't know where my 360 headset is. Holy shit!
I have artillery now.
That looked good from here.
Big bada boom.
I get to talk to Preston.
Hey.
Damn.
Hey. I've got to hand it to you, General. You really turned things around for the Minutemen. I never thought I'd see the day that the Minutemen had artillery support again.
Oh my
We
god.
should see about building them at all our settlements
So,
to expand our cover.
did you finish Origins?
Batman Origins? No, I told you I haven't yet.
Oh, you haven't finished it yet?
Yeah.
No.
She definitely knows how to
What are you
take
thinking of it so far?
I thought it was fine up until freaking, you know, steroid Bane. Yeah, I haven't gone back to it since I got my ass kicked yet.
Jesus Christ. That's a terrifying fight.
It is. It's an annoying fight because I can't get his pattern. That's what I need. I need to be able to get his pattern so I can get behind him.
He doesn't have a pattern. Oh, so he's already like steroided out, right? Like you're hiding in events and shit?
Right.
Okay. So, you detective mode is your friend in that fight. What you want to do is kind of like the best thing you can do is like hide in the wall vent, like right around the corner. So if he looks in, he doesn't see you. But as soon as he gets up to walk by, you can pop out behind him and then do the silent attack on him. And when you jump on his back, he'll run down the hallway. And if he runs by one of those electrical things in the wall, it'll give you the option for a wall takedown. And if you hit the wall takedown, it'll slam him into it, and you can beat him up a couple times. And then as soon as you hit that last punch, you need to fucking haul ass away from him because he will tackle your ass.
That sounds like a better way.
Terrifying fucking fight.
That sounds like a better way, because the way I was trying to do it constantly was, you know, he'd come running to me, and I'm supposed to, like, smoke grenade or something like that and get out of his way, and then try to jump on his back and like, rodeo cowboy his ass into the
oh, no,
electrical.
You're making that way harder than it needs to be. See, now the second or third time he'll turn on a jammer to where you don't have detective mode then. That's where it gets tricky, because you really have to, like, listen for the sounds in the game and the vibration in your controller to know how close he is to you.
Right.
When you don't hear anything or feel anything, that's when you know you can pop out, go to the jammer, and then disrupt it, and then you get your detective mode back and just rinse and repeat.
Okay, well, that's why I got my ass kicked.
Yeah, freaking, that fight's terrifying. Like, because there's a mode on that game called I Am the Night.
Right.
And it's a permadeath mode. It's the hardest difficulty, and as soon as you die, you have to start all over. And as soon as I unlocked that mode for the first time, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to do this. So I sat down in the morning, and I did it in 8 hours, but I sat down and I actually beat the game on the hardest difficulty without dying once. But that whole Bane fight, like every time I got a hit on him and then hit in the vent again, I had to stop, go outside and smoke a cigarette, and come back in and do it again. And I smoked probably half a pack during just that battle alone. But I did it, and I got that damn trophy, and that achievement, and I shared it on Facebook, and I never played Origins again up until a couple weeks ago when I was in the bedroom playing it.
Well, see, I'm gonna go back to it, but I know I'm about to end Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
You know, and then I jumped on to Deadpool, so I figured I'd give Origins a rest.
Yeah.
You know, finish Asylum. You know, finish Asylum, probably finish Deadpool, and then I'll go back to it before I start on City or Night.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love City. Arkham City is my favorite in that trilogy. It's absolutely great. See, but now that you've played Origins, you're gonna realize. See, look, here, I know why you don't mind Origins as much as everybody else does. You started with Origins, right?
Basically, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've played Asylum. I got out of the processing area into the courtyard, you know, in Asylum originally on the 360, and I've played like a little bit of City, but did not get far in either of them. I did, you know, I forget the reasonings behind it. I think I just wound up needing money and sold the games, so I never completed them. But I had played them before, you know?
Yeah. Well, see, the order of those games came out was Asylum, City, and then they went back and did Origins, and then Night came out.
Right.
And Origins was it was made by a different developer. It was WB Montreal. It wasn't Rocksteady. But it was almost a complete copy and paste of Arkham City, just with snow.
Right.
And so it wasn't really anything new to the game, you know what I mean? It was just, it just felt like City. Oh, it felt like I was playing the same game again. See, with you now, you're gonna play Origins, and then you're gonna play Asylum, and then you're playing Asylum at the same time. When you get to City, you're gonna. I'm anxious to see what you think of City as you go through it, because you're gonna have played Origins.
Right.
So I'm kind of interested to see how that's gonna go reverse from what I did. But when you get to Night, dude, you're gonna shit yourself. If you want to talk about open world, holy crap! Holy freaking crap!
Sure, go ahead. When we first met, I admit.
Well, no, I mean, I just like I watched your gameplays, the first 2 episodes that you gave me to edit and upload
of City.
Of City, and I could definitely tell like the battle tactics are a lot more fluid.
Oh yeah.
The combat sequences.
When I turned 17,
so I'm completely looking forward to that, because with Asylum, I'm thoroughly enjoying the game. Don't get me wrong, and I'm especially enjoying the fact that I've gotten as far as I have in the game.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, I know I'm getting up to the point where I got to take on Ivy's little plant creature.
Oh, let me know when you're streaming that one.
I'm sure there was a lot of hidden seeds.
that one I gotta watch.
You know, the politics and rivalry.
You know,
oh my God.
So I know I got to do.
Fucking fight.
It is, and then I got to take on the Joker, and then I'm done. So I know I'm at the end of the game, you know, so I'm thrilled about that I've gotten that far that quickly.
Yeah.
You know, but the combat mechanics are clunky to me.
Yeah.
Even compared to Origins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, see, playing Origins this time, I used to talk shit on Origins a lot, but playing through it this time, I've realized it's not really a bad game. It's just when you're coming right off a city and going into Origins, it hurts a little bit. But otherwise, it's not bad. There's not really a whole lot you can complain about. Now, obviously, Mark Hamill doesn't voice the Joker in it. It's a different guy.
Well, see, to me, I think that's the two. I think two things were against Origins to begin with, because I knew there was hate to Origins. Hell, part of the reason I owned Origins first, as far as like redoing the Batman Arkham series, was because I need to turn that shit off. The Radio Freedom stuff. One of the major reasons I did it first was because it was so fucking cheap. Because people hated it for whatever the reason. You know, and I don't agree with the reasonings behind it. I don't. I think.
Oh, it doesn't deserve all the hate it gets.
I think the two things that it has going against it, very simply, are number one, it's not a Rocksteady game.
Yeah.
It's the only one that wasn't done by Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Number two is simply because it's not Mark Hamill and oh my God,
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy doing the voices.
Yeah.
You know, if you would have had Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill on it, or if you had Rocksteady doing the game, people wouldn't have bitched anymore.
Right.
I don't think for what it's worth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't say much. I bitched about Origins a lot, but it doesn't deserve all the hate that even I've given it. So it's not a bad game.
No, it's really not. I'm enjoying it. I like it. The thing is I could play a shit game if it's got a good story.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Origins has a good story.
Yeah. Well, see, a lot of that story too gets brought up again in Night, like the whole Firefly thing. Firefly's in Arkham Knight, and he looks identical to what he did in Origins, and there's references back to events in Origins. You know, that Rocksteady did drop in to Arkham Knight, just even though another developer did Arkham Origins, there were little nods to show people, yeah, okay, Arkham Origins is canon in this universe. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, it was. See, what I thought they were gonna do. I feel like they made Origins is just a little, kind of like a here's something to tide you over until the next real Batman Arkham game comes out.
Which is probably what they did. Which again, not to harp on the fact, even though we are on a Fallout Let's Play.
Fallout, yeah.
You know, that's basically what New Vegas was. When Fallout 3 came out, that was the big, you know, that was number 3. And then just to shut people up and tide them over for the next Fallout game, Bethesda let Obsidian Studios do Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, that's almost exactly what they did then. Yeah, it's almost identical.
Which Vegas is a spin-off. It's not an actual direct sequel. And it was literally tied you over until we decided to come out with another Fallout game, which turned out to be 4.
See, and I always wondered too, because Origins took place so far before Arkham Asylum that Montreal or WB Montreal could go back and make a trilogy of Arkham Origins games. You know what I mean? That lead up to Arkham Asylum. And I would probably still fucking play them.
I would. I mean,
it's just, yeah.
there's a couple video games that are supposed to be coming this year, or theoretically are coming this year, that I am so looking forward to. Of course, the official announcement of Rocksteady Superman.
Yeah. Last of Us Part 2.
I don't know about that because I haven't played The Last of Us.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, that's the next playthrough I'm doing. That you just settled it for me. Yeah, oh my god. The first 10 minutes of that game will rip your heart out.
Of course, Fallout 76. Of course, I'm playthroughing it as soon as it comes out. That's a promise. That will be a blind playthrough on Press Day Gaming. And what was the other one? The new Fable.
Oh yeah, I'm going to watch that one because that's going to be on Xbox One. I don't have one.
Well, that's all right. You can watch me play the Fable 2 and 3. I will. To set up for Fable 4, I will replay Fable 2 and 3. I don't have Fable 1. I got to get Fable 1.
Get the Anniversary Edition.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
But I've got to get Fable 1 again. I
still got my original Fable on my original Xbox.
Which is backwards compatible on the Xbox One.
Oh, is it?
And on the 360.
I don't know why. I'm not going to buy an Xbox One just so I can play my Fable OG when I've got my OG Xbox I can play it on.
True, but, you know, of course I'm looking forward to Fable 4. And, what was the other one that was rumored to come that I'm excited about? We got Fallout, we got Superman, we got Fable 4. There was another one that's escaping me at the moment, but it's another one that's going to be like, maybe it's coming this year, maybe it's not. You know, but either way, like, not only am I excited for these games to come out, of course I'm going to be Let's Playing them. Except for maybe Superman. Maybe I'll let you do Superman.
I was going to say, I'll really, because Superman's my boy, you know that. So I'm looking forward to the Superman thing if it turns out to be true. Last of Us Part 2. I'm going to say one that I don't know how you're going to feel about it. I'm really looking forward to this PS4 Spider-Man game.
That's one I am looking forward to. In fact, because of Batman and Deadpool, I'm giving thoughts to trying to find some of the other superhero games. Like one of the ones I absolutely love, one of the best Spider-Man games I ever played was Web of Shadows.
Oh God, yeah, that one was good.
And if I can get a hold of that again.
So was the game adaptation of Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire.
I heard great things about Spider-Man 2. I heard great things about Amazing Spider-Man 2 for 360.
Yeah. The web mechanics were great in that. But then
Shattered Dimensions would be another good one to get a hold of.
Yeah, hell yeah. The other one I'm looking forward to comes out next spring, and it's Anthem.
I don't know that one.
I'm like, I don't know a whole lot about it, but my buddy Kyle showed me some of the gameplay of it, and it looks pretty freaking sick. So, I mean, do yourself a favor and go look up some gameplay for Anthem. You're gonna literally shit yourself. Just
nice.
So it looks pretty cool. But
well, that's another reason why I'm like really kind of powering through these Let's Plays, because I want to get them done to open up the spot for the new shit when it starts hitting. You know, because it's gonna hit and it's gonna be a lot of stuff, which means I can't be doing a Let's Play of Fallout 4 when I'm on 76. I can't be doing Batman, Arkham, whatever when I've got Fable 4, which is going to eat a lot of time. You know what I mean?
Right.
I imagine it's going to eat a lot of time.
Once Last of Us Part 2 comes out, the only way you're going to be able to talk to me is when I'm streaming. I'm just saying, because that's all I'm going to be fucking doing.
Well, you never know. I may do it like we're doing right now. Instead of texting you, I may just party in and talk to you.
Oh my God, you're gonna want to do that when I'm playing the first Last of Us 2. You're gonna see me playing Last of Us Remastered and want to go out and buy it. I promise you that.
The only thing that sucks is you won't be able to do that with me on when I'm playing on the Xbox.
That's true.
You know, so that will have to stick to the old regular chat. But anything I'm doing on PS4, which
well, actually, we kind of could.
I don't think 360 and 1 talk to each other.
I know. I have an idea.
Oh.
I think we can make this work. Are your Xbox One and your PS4 plugged into the same TV?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what you do. You fire up your PS4. You drop into a party chat with me on my PS4, on which I am watching your Xbox One gameplay. You change the channel back to your Xbox One, and you play your fucking game, and I can talk to you through the PS4.
But it won't record on the thing. Nobody will hear you.
Oh, you goddamn it.
The only other way is call me on the phone.
Shit. Shit.
Call me on the phone and I'll put you on speaker.
Shit. Shit. Okay, well, I thought I had a clever idea.
It was clever up until that point.
I tried.
It worked.
Life hacks, baby.
But you know what? There's plenty of games I'm playing on the PS4, like Skyrim, Fallout 4. Unfortunately, I think that's it. I think I completed all the other ones I was doing. Hold on, let me. I'm pulling out my PS4 games now and checking before we end out here. No, not Ghost. None of the Call of Duties from there, and I'm not doing Crash. I'm Doom. I completed Skyrim, Fallout. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 12. I'm doing that one on PS4. I haven't done it in a while though.
I'm not gonna lie. Part of me wants to do because I guess I could kind of be a blind playthrough because I started it, but I never really got far in it, and that's the evil within.
Do it. Do it. I can cancel mine. Do yours.
No. I'm not gonna do that to you. No.
Go. I'm not gonna all the games I'm playing, I can cancel one. I can play it on my own. Do it.
You say so? Because that's gonna be one that I probably want to plug in my PS4 camera for that.
Yeah, definitely do it. Because I want to watch your reactions on the parts. Like I can cancel my playthrough and just play it on my own.
All right,
do it.
Fair enough.
Do it. Yeah, I want to watch that.
Fair enough. Maybe that's what I'll start doing. Maybe I'll plug my camera back in for my playthroughs from now on.
There you go. But all right, guys.
Maybe we'll do that.
That will end this episode of Fallout 4. Sorry for the little chat ending where wasn't much in the way of action and adventure. But guys, if you enjoyed this video in any capacity and are ready for more Fallout, make sure you hit that like and thumbs up button. Subscribe, of course. Hit the little notification bell so that way you know when the new videos are coming up. Make sure you're checking out Arkham Knight and Arkham City and Arkham Asylum playthroughs that are up on the channel right now by our illustrious doc in a blue box right here, Mr. Brian Miller. And of course, check out all the great shows and podcasts on Realm of the Mist Entertainment, all the great Let's Plays on Press A Gaming, and of course, Mr. Brian Miller is here to tell you all about Star Wars Canon Podcast.
Oh yeah, you guys, well right now it's taking a little bit of a hiatus until after my harvest season at work. It will be picking back up in September. As a matter of fact, September 1st will be our first episode on the Patreon only. So head on over to the Patreon page, look up Star Wars Canon Library. It's only $2 a month. We're going to be doing 4 to 5 podcasts a month. So it's definitely worth the money. It'll be Chris, Dolly, and I talking Star Wars news, Star Wars comics, upcoming canon, movies coming out. We'll answer some Patreon questions. We'll just talk some Star Wars for a couple hours a week. So definitely check that out.
And while you're checking all that out, make sure you check out our buddies that we had a nice 4-hour gameplay with last night over at Cocky Cockpit. Give them some love.
Good God, that was fun.
All right,
that
guys.
Was so much fun.
It was. This is Wyldehigh77. I will catch you next time on Fallout 4. And ending the broadcast. I